Good morning, Digit fam. Adam Doud here, closing out another week of tech goodness for your ear holes. Quick programming notes. Next Friday, the daily will very likely be later in the day. I have to travel that day, so I'm hoping you'll have the podcast by dinner time. Apologies in advance. Also, Monday is a holiday here in the United States, so we will be off on that day. So we'll be back with you on Tuesday. But for now, it is January 17th, 2020, and this is your Digit Daily. AR, or augmented reality, or mixed reality, is a field that I'm very interested in, as I've said before on this show. And one of the biggest challenges that AR has right now is how to get the images to your eyeballs. Currently, there are kind of two implementations. First, you have a headset or glasses or similar arrangement, which basically attaches to your face and generally looks weird. Or you could use your phone and camera as a screen to get your information that you're looking for. Neither is really ideal for sure. Well, a company that has been working on this for about 10 years is ready to tell us all about a new way to do it, and its name is Mojo Vision. The company, which recently raised $100 million, is developing a contact lens for AR. So when I said before that the challenge was to bring AR to your eyeballs, I wasn't kidding, and neither is Mojo Vision. Not coincidentally, my left eye has been itchy since I read about this story this morning. This contact lens features a 14,000 ppi display, which, by comparison, the best smartphones today hover at around 400 ppi or so. If you're thinking about the contact lenses that your friend wears, those are probably soft lenses. This is a hard contact lens called a scleral lens that sits on the white part of the eye. Scleral lenses, assuming I'm pronouncing that correctly, are definitely a thing, and they're used in a number of medical procedures, but they have their own limitations. They need to be properly fitted to each individual eye by an eye care specialist, and they can only be worn for so long every day. They also need to be cleaned and charged every night, and speaking of which, yes, these contact lenses will have batteries on them, which, let's face it, if that doesn't make you nervous, I don't know what will. Obviously, they'll be very, very small batteries. You won't have like a AAA battery hanging off your eyeball or anything, but there's still some concern there. But there's also some amount of concern about projecting lasers directly into your eyeball, which is how these will work. Also, remember that these lenses are on your eyes, so if you blink, the information will still be displayed even if your eyes are closed. Trippy as hell for sure. So now that we've gotten the concerns out of the way, and thank you Gizmodo for that, what will these contacts do? Initially, Mojo Vision wants to help people with low vision see in the dark, which is admirable. Eventually, the lenses will show useful information and notifications. Mojo says specifically, air quotes, useful and timely information, which is what a lot of apps say before showing you what they consider useful, but you just say, why? All that being said, these are computers that go on your eyes. This is the future, baby, and it's exciting for that reason only. Yes, these are absolutely years away from clinical trials, and you can absolutely bet that there will have to be clinical trials, but still, just the mind-boggling nature of this is enough to get me excited. A computer on your eyeball, complete with a battery and a screen. This is some future stuff right here, and that's why I love being alive today. For all the hurdles that these contact lenses face, and yes, they are major hurdles, this is some epic tech right here and right now. And speaking of right now it's time for the Roundup! We got some major leaks regarding the Huawei P40 and... oh, nope, still no Google, so who outside China gives a crap? New rumors suggest that the 10x optical zoom of the Galaxy S20 might actually be a measly 5x, and just what the hell? I mean, are you even trying, Samsung? I'm kidding, of course. 5x optical zoom would still be amazing, so bring it on. 10x would be great, but it also makes me wonder what would happen between 1x and 10x. Would it be digital? Because digital is kind of crappy, so maybe we're better off going with 5 and a hybrid zoom after that? Regardless, the S20 is going to be a beast in the camera department, and I'm looking forward to seeing it, especially this Ultra. Because if even half of those specifications are true, it's already the phone to beat for 2020. App Annie released its annual report showing that Facebook owns 4 of the 5 top apps downloaded in 2019, and it would probably like to own the 5th too. The top 5 in order were Facebook Messenger, Facebook, WhatsApp, TikTok, and Instagram. I get the sense that TikTok will probably start to fade from the mainstream long before Facebook or WhatsApp or Instagram, but in the meantime, maybe Facebook will start stealing TikTok features and leave Snapchat alone for a while. Alphabet, aka the artist formerly known as Google, joined the trillion with a the $1 trillion valuation club yesterday, joining Microsoft and Apple in that category. Amazon has also previously topped $1 trillion, but has never closed the market that high. What a noob, am I right? Of course, one analyst said that doesn't necessarily mean that Alphabet is worth $1 trillion. Investors just see those companies as relatively safe places to park $1 trillion for a while. Kind of like that corner spot in the garage that's as far away from that old beat-up Chevy in Space Number 56. You know the one, because you know they treat their car like crap and wouldn't give a crap if they bashed the side of your car getting in and out of theirs. So yeah, it's kind of like that. Probably. A new patent suggests that Apple isn't completely ruling out touchscreens on MacBooks, but then current MacBook offerings suggest that it hasn't ruled them in yet either. Ars Technica reviewed Gwyneth Paltrow's Netflix series about Goop, and to sum this up, I'm just going to go ahead and read the disclaimer at the top of the article. Quote, "This review contains detailed information about the Netflix series The Goop Lab with Gwyneth Paltrow. If you plan to watch the show, please don't, and do not wish to know details in advance, this is not the review for you. Normally, we would refer to such information as spoilers, but in our editorial opinion, nothing in the series is spoilable." And finally, Luminary, the podcast service built to be your normal podcast player, but also providing a premium podcast experience by offering exclusive shows from the likes of Trevor Noah and Russell Brand, lowered the price of its premium subscription from $8 a month to $5 a month. And my God, that was a run-on sentence. The company said that it was due to the success of its holiday promotion and other customer surveys, but one podcaster reported that last month his podcast saw 4 downloads from Luminary, which was half the downloads he got from Zune players. Zune, people! Now, the Digit Daily doesn't get those fancy schmancy stats by user agent, but the Android Authority Podcast does, and that podcast saw 5 downloads from Luminary last month, and 8 from the Apple HomePod. It's the Android Authority Podcast. So, yeah, holiday promotion, sure. So that's going to do it for today's Digit Daily. If you'd like to learn more about any of these stories, check out the links in the show notes and subscribe to our daily newsletter on Digit.com. And if you like what you heard, subscribe, leave a review, and don't forget to tell your friends about DigitDailyPod.com. Once again, I'm Adam Doud, Dead Technology on Twitter, and we'll talk again on Tuesday.